Alright, when you're fishing a dock line, it's going to come to a certain point where you need to ask yourself a question, you know, maybe before you even come out and decide you're going to fish a dock line, but do you want to target big fish and get very few bites, but hopefully get a couple, maybe one or two big snook, or do you want to target small fish and maybe catch 10 snook off the dock, you know, 10 little small to medium sized snook, which could be from 10 inches to 30-inch snook, or do you want to try to catch one or two snook that are over 30 inches? And so that's what that comes down to, is what you're going to throw. So if I'm trying to target something big now, which I'm going to switch over to big snook because I've caught a bunch of little ones, the DOA shrimp kind of goes out the window, or small shrimp presentations. And that's not to say I've probably caught 2 or 3 snook around 30 inches, maybe upper 20s, lower 30s on DOA shrimp, but it's very far and in between catching very big ones on artificial shrimp like that. So we're going to switch over to something like this, which would be almost a swim bait size. This is a 4-inch bait, and you can still catch 20-inch snook, you know, smaller size snook on this. They'll still hit the crap out of it, but you eliminate a lot of the little bites and the really small fish and really start to target bigger fish. So we're going to switch over to a bigger bait and try to target those bigger fish. And it's going to need a lot of persistence because you're not going to get nearly as many bites as you would on a small presentation as a bigger presentation. But we're going to see if we can hold out and maybe catch a bigger snook though. Hopefully. Holy giants. Can't even move a foot without them seeing you. Here we go. School of snook right here. There's one. There we go. That's a great one. Just trying to get my trolling. I saw that one too, led him perfectly. Alright, now that's the better snook we're needing this morning right there. It's probably just under 30 inches, I would guess. It's a great snook. Super healthy, super clean. And I saw him cruising and just sight casted right in front of him. He came out and hammered it. That's awesome. I'm not going to take him out for too long. Get him released. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Woo! Yeah, that scared me. Healthy, healthy fish. Gosh, that's freaking beautiful. There we go. Unfortunately, got a storm kind of starting to roll in on us, so I'm going to have to call it early today. Hear thunder rolling right now, but you know, it was a really good morning, catching 5 snook right off the bat on the first dock, which is crazy. But you know, then I talked about how I'm going to switch to a heavier bait, and sometimes you got to balance the risk and reward of, you know, throwing a bigger bait and maybe only getting 1 bite the whole entire day. And that's exactly what happened. Is I threw that big Vudu Mullet swim bait, and I had 1 bite and caught 1 big snook, probably low 30-inch snook. And sometimes you got to judge whether it's going to be worth catching a bunch of small fish or trying to catch 1 big fish. And I kind of did a little bit of both this morning, but I imagine if I would have stuck with the shrimp, I probably would have closed the day out probably 10 or 12 small snook. But I think it was worth it switching over to a big bait and just catching that 1 nice fish. But I'm going to go in, get some lunch, let the storm blow over, and probably come back out again this afternoon. But that'll be a whole video in itself. But I hope you guys like the footage. Until next time, peace.